welcome back or welcome to my channel. It is Sunshine Lorena and I'm going to be taking you through my full physical thriller book TBR. So guys, I have two stacks of books here. These are a decent amount of books here. They're all thriller books that are on my shelves, the physical ones. I'm going to take you through all the ones that I have to read. My original plan, I was like, oh, I'm going to do like my Kindle ones as well. Maybe like Kindle Unlimited ones I have my eye on, some Scribd ones I have my eye on. But honestly, there's enough here that if I was to do those other ones, this video would be far too long. So we're just doing the physical ones. But if you want to see my Kindle thriller TBR, Kindle Unlimited one, Scribd, etc., let me know in the comments below. Because yeah, we weren't going to be making this video that long. So without further ado, let's get into it. First of all, real quick honourable mention, and that is The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell. As of filming this, and actually by the time you see this, I still wouldn't have read this. However, I'm reading this for Chloe Reads Books Crime Scene Corners Book Club. We read it all together, like there's set dates, chapters. You can read out with that time. However, I will read along with everyone else so that I can chat in the Discord. And I believe it starts around the 12th. So yeah, by the time you're seeing this video, I wouldn't have started this yet. So technically it's still on my TBR, but it's going to be read this month. Then the next two I have on here are Millennium 2 and 3 from the trilogy, and that is The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest and The Girl Who Played a Fire by Stieg Larsson. I read in November The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, you can see it there. Enjoyed it, finally got round to it, and these are the next two in the series, which I really want to get to soon-ish. The middle one, guys, I mean, this was long, okay, but like, look how big that is. That is huge. It is huge, and 746 pages. I mean, these have been on my shelves for absolute ages, and I didn't realise that the series gets bigger as it goes along. And this one's 569. So yeah, they're big. So I'm not too sure the synopsis of these two. I haven't read the back of them, but I know that Elizabeth Salander, who's like this genius computer hacker, and Mikael Blomkvist, who is a journalist, are involved throughout the series. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, how this pans out. But wow, it's huge. They're huge. She said that. Then continuing on with the Scandinavian Crimes, Scandi Crime thriller books, I have The Boy in the Headlights by Samuel Bjork. Up there, which you can't see, I have the first one, I'm Travelling Alone, and then I have the second one on Kindle, which is The Owl Always Hunts at Night. And these are, yeah, Scandi Crime books. Like I said, they are dark, guys. If you like dark thrillers, these are it. They have weird murders in them. They have weird murders in them, and they're so good. I think the first two were both 5 stars for me, like absolutely love it. So this one, winter 1996, an old man slows to avoid hitting a deer on the mountain road, but instead he finds a young boy in his headlights, frightened and alone. Many years later, a body is found in a mountain lake. Within weeks, 3 people have died. But what connects the past and the present? Each body carries a clue, inviting specialist investigation detective Munch and Kruger to play a game that they cannot possibly win against the most dangerous and terrifying kind of serial killer, one who chooses victims completely at random. It sounds so good. Throughout all of it, you're following police detectives, investigators, Munch and Kruger throughout it. It's always serial killers in these books as well. It's never like just one murder, it's always serial killer. It's so good, and this has given me great winter vibes, so this needs to be read January. It needs to be read in January. I then have The Minders by John Mars. I got gifted this as a birthday gift last February by the Purple Bookish Frog, and yes, this, I've read quite a few of John Mars's books. He is a well-known thriller writer. I do enjoy them. Sometimes I like some more than others, but this gives Black Mirror vibes, and actually quite a few of his thrillers have a lot of Black Mirror-esque vibes. This one, I remember right, there is like a group of people that are like tasked to like keep all like the secrets, I think. And there's like 5 people, like the secrets of the world, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so what it is, because computer files can be hacked and broken into, there's this government initiative to use 5 ordinary strangers to become minders. And it's supposed to help combat cyber terrorism. So yeah, the most classified information is within these people's like minds. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but like it sounds so good. Black Mirror, my vibes. I love Black Mirror, so I need to get to this one soonish because it sounds so good. I then have Avengers and Venice, and yes, I know it still has the Works sticker on there. I haven't removed it. I will at some point, and this is on my self-destruct TBR. So if I don't read this by, I think about the 16th of February, it's out of here. I obviously got it in one of the 3 for £5 deals, and I can't remember what this is about. I do like this though. I like this. It's not exactly, oh, it's got those fake stickers on it as well, but I do like, you know, the cover. Obviously there's some sort of murder happening in Venice. We'll see if I get to it and actually read it before it self-destructs and is out of here. The next two here, they're more like mystery rather than thriller, but you know, I had to include them because they don't really, yeah, they're included in this. And that is Richard Osman's The Third Year Murder Club. I've heard so many good things about it. People love this. My mum actually read it when she was visiting. I still haven't read it, and she found it really funny. She said it was really good, so I need to get to it. It's about these people who are living in a retirement village because they're retired, and they have like a Thursday murder club. They meet up to try and like solve old crimes, and I think they actually end up solving one or something. There is like another 2 books in the series, so I want to get to this so that if I do really enjoy it, I can kind of work my way through the series. I then have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This is like a YA like mystery thriller. It's about this girl who 5 years before there was like a girl who went missing or murdered, and it's 5 years later, and this girl, part of a school project, is trying to like work out what's going on, I believe. And there's another 2 in the series, and everyone seems to always love it, so I need to get to it. It's YA as well, so I feel like it would be a quick read, so I need to make time for these books, guys. I have so many. I need to make time for it. I then have Watching You by Lisa Jewell. I picked this up in a charity shop. I actually also picked up A Good Girl's Guide to Murder in the charity shop, and the spine's not even broken, and it was 50p. Amazing. But yes, it's another Lisa Jewell one. This is one that I don't really see people speaking about. Like The Family Upstairs, you see people speaking about it, but Watching You, I don't think so. This was more of a, oh, I know her name. This is a thriller, obviously. I'm just going to pick it up from the charity shops, and I did. I just picked it up. Charity shops are really great for thrillers. At least the one closest to, there's quite a few close to me, and one of them in particular always has lots of thrillers, and it's just a good place to pick them up. I even got Turn of the Key. I don't know if you can quite see it there, but I got Turn of the Key there as well. Like it's so good. I've not been in a long time because I don't have any self-control, and I will buy books. The next 3 are ones that were in a box of story, which I won as in a giveaway, and I've read one of them so far, and I read that back in October, and that was Playing Dead, and that was really good. But this one is The Travellers by Chris Pavon. I'm not sure how you say his name. But this more like a spy thriller. I feel like this is more of like a kind of a spy thriller, maybe. I could be completely wrong. I can't remember what it's about, but I will get to it at some point. I haven't seen anyone speak about it, so I think it'll be really intriguing to read that one. And then there's also All the Beautiful Lies by Peter Swanson. Peter Swanson is a well-known writer, but for some reason this one mustn't have been selling well. I don't know, and that's how it ended up in a box of stories. It's the only thing that I can think of. Again, I can't remember what this is about, but I'm sure it's good. I then have David Jackson, A Tapping at My Door. This cover, I like this cover. It's like giving me intrigue. It's giving me real intrigued. So I think it'll be good. The annoying thing about these 2 is that they're really tall. So if you can see, they're not normal paperback size, and that's really annoying. I feel like there should be one standard paperback size, one standard hardback size, so that, you know, they on the shelves they look fine, because it really annoys me. And publishers, you need to sort it out, because you can't be doing that to people, okay? You cannot. Anyway, moving on. I then have the first 3 novels of the Inspector Multivano series by Andrea Calmeriere. I love the TV show, and they also did Young Multivano, which I really enjoyed. And I've read one book, not out of this collection. I've read one of the Inspector Multivano books, and that was years ago. But yes, I really enjoy it. The TV show, I think it's really good. I will probably never actually read this in the original language, and that is because I'm pretty sure, this is set in Sicily in case you don't know, and it's like a police detective in like this small town. Yeah, they're good mysteries. They're really good mystery kind of thrillers. But the thing is, I'm pretty sure in the original one, it's got a lot of Sicilian in it rather than Italian. And my Italian reading is still child level. And I'm never going to be able to read anything in Sicilian. So if I'm going to read these, they're going to be in English. They're never going to be in Sicilian, Italian, you know. But yes, these are the first three. So it's The Shape of Water, The Terracotta Dog, and The Snack Thief. I have seen all of these, but it was like years ago, so I can't completely remember. So I think it'll be interesting for me to read them. But yes, this is actually 3 books, not 1, unfortunately. I then have another Inspector Multivano one, and that is Excursion to Tindere. Kind of reminds me of Tinder, but obviously Tinder wasn't a thing when this was written. And I love this cover. I love this cover. Again, it's another mystery. Someone's probably went missing, somebody's murdered or something. And yes, I like Inspector Multivano. And then finally, the last physical book I have on my thriller TBR is Dead Souls by Ian Rankin. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of a collection of the Inspector Rebus novels. I started with Noughts and Crosses when I was at school, and then I slowly kind of bought them over the years and read them, and I've not read any in years. I've not read them in years, and I really need to give it a go because these could potentially be taking space off my shelves, and actually maybe I don't like them anymore. So, you know, I need to try and reread some of those. But this is number 10 in the series. You know, in case you don't know, Inspector Rebus, it's set in Scotland, in Edinburgh, and I don't know what this one specifically is, but there's always murder, there's some dark elements in there. It's a really good, really enjoyable. I really recommend that you start with Noughts and Crosses so that, you know, you get the background, and that is just, oh, it was so good. It is so good. I need to reread that. I really need to reread it. But that is all of my physical TBR for my thriller. Don't worry, I have far more on my physical TBR, but these are just like the thriller mystery ones. But yes, let me know if you've read any of these, if you enjoyed it. Which one do you think I should pick up next? Hype me up so I can actually pick these up, because they are technically 16 because there's 3 in that bind up of the Inspector Multivano, which is it's a lot to try and get through. So please hype me up, tell me which ones to pick up. Hit that like button because it really helps, and subscribe if you don't want to miss out on any more content, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.